Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control 9, to Major Tom. 8, 7, 6. Commencing 5, countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition 1, and may God's love be off with you.
As I get older, I get more and more selfish about what it is that I want to do that I find satisfying. And it's definitely how one should spend one's life is because, you know, if you make yourself happy, a little bit of that sunshine can spread onto others. Thank you.
I would imagine, have you got an audio problem?
Yeah, I just got to put this, your suit's a little scratchy.
You said to me very forthrightly the other day that you're a culture vulture.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that people have often accused you of, and yet you claim this as almost a point of pride.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have voracious interest in the way that we put our society together. I see no problem in that, you know. I mean, because I hear a bit of music from 30 years ago, and I go, oh, this is like too weird because I'm doing something like this like right now. And this guy knew. And then I'll go and find out about what that guy was, who he was, and where he got his ideas. Did you ever see the interview that Bacon did with, Francis Bacon did? Who was it that took him to lunch?
My wife.
Jacob Cluster, Glenn Branca, Kerouac, Jackson Pollock fathers and forefathers, Harmonia Rubens, David Bowie, Peter Frampton's father, Lou Reed, McGuinness of the Third Reich, Philip Glass, Dada, Elvis Presley, the JB, Robert Smith, Bader Meinhof, myself, General Levy, Frank Black, Turkish, Harry Parch, Mercedes, Bertram Russell, Pete and Dud, Buddy Guy, Nietzsche, McGregor Mathers, my son E.A. Waite, my generation, the Holy Grail, Iggy Pop, Manly P. Hall, Greek mythology, Himmler, Dylan, Velvet Underground, Edgar Froese, John Lennon, not Paul, and Wildman Fisher, Noy, Bill Burroughs, Ziggy, Brian Eno, Christopher Isherwood, Colin Wilson, God, Kraftwerk, Can, Francis Bacon, Melvin Bragg.
I wish you could swim like dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together. We can beat them forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes.
That's a wonderful piece of work. Anyway, sorry. Who's Harry Parch?
Haven't a clue.
See? You know,
but I'm dating myself.
How can we talk, you know? It's just I find all these, like, they're all, generally the things that I gravitate toward, they're all kind of outsiders anyway. Harry Parch was a total loony, lived in California, made all his own instruments. And they weren't stuck within the parameters of the usual way of tuning things. They were all split tones from, you know, C to C sharp. He had about another 4 notes in there, you know. It was like, and he used to make them out of bits of metal and glass. And there's a kind of a study university now in California where these kids, he's dead now, but all his instruments still live. And all these kids have learnt to play them, and they found all these charts and everything, and there's big orchestra recitals now of Harry Parch music, and it's bizarre, it's so wonderful. People like that, I mean, I want to sample him. You hear it, you say, sample, you know? It's not true, actually, I don't sample anybody. We do all our own sampling in our studio, mate. Our drummer does his own loops.
The music that you're playing now, it makes references to the music that you played in the 70s.
Yeah, a lot. Because I thought a lot of that period was really good, and I could use it again. and so I do. I don't have any hesitancy about adapting to or borrowing styles these days, more for myself than anybody else. You know, it's sort of, the interesting thing is that as you get older and you continue working, you start to see what an enormous backlog and variety of styles that, and processes and ways of working that you have. And you think, well, those actually, it's like going through a drawer of old tools and things. You say, well, I could use that, and I'll use a bit of this as well. Let's try these. Okay, and I'll get the lathe, and I'll need one of those. There, if I can get that riff in, and that riff just there, yeah, that's really good. And you can kind of, you know, it gets self-reverential in that, reverential.
Oh, watch that.
Sorry, that period's over. That was my golden period.
Now you just.
I'm now in my green period, but self-referential, you know, and it's not at all a bad thing to do for me. I'm sure it wouldn't suit anybody else, but I like working like that. I think it's really interesting. It's just about passion. I think it's just about a passion for life.
Do you feel that you're proving it at 50, that there's nothing inconsistent with, you know, kicking off the second half century of your life in a very youthful genre, medium scene?
Yes. Ask me when I'm 60.
One to you.
Have you seen Ziggy Stardust? When I say Bowie, what's the first thing that springs to mind?
The first thing that springs to mind would be, I don't know.
Are you Ziggy Stardust? Been looking all over for you. Sorry. Is there life on Mars? Is there life on Mars?
I don't know. Waiting to find out.
You seen Ziggy? We're looking all over for him.
Haven't seen it.
I'll do the nasty thing of quoting you to yourself.
Oh, yes.
And then, I know this has happened to you before. You were, I think, 32 years old when you said... when you said, pop stars are capable of growing old. Jagger at 50 will be marvelous. An aging rock star doesn't have to opt out of life. When I'm 50, I'll prove it.
I'll stand by that. When he was 50, Jagger was marvellous, wasn't he? Oh, meow. So I mix all in the game. Yeah, I think it's just about passion. I think it's just about a passion for life, and I think however much your appetite sort of tends to kind of fall off at some periods, if you intrinsically have a curiosity and a love of life, which I really do. I enjoy life so much. I think that you can just, it becomes the engine of your life, you know, and you hardly notice the liver spots and all the other things. So, yeah, I'm afraid so. Hello, Mum.
I guess what I'm curious about is how you feel about those...
Love ya.
Listen. Well, now I'm worth $1 million in prizes. With my torture film, I drive a GTO. I wear a uniform. All out of government law. I'm worth $1 million in prizes. I'm through with sleeping on the sidewalk. No. With a liquor and drugs. Now I'm just a modern guy. Of course I am, and the ego and all. Lust for life.
Hello, Mum. I'm 50.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, David Bowie. David Bowie. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much.
How old is he?
He's 50 years old.
Oh,
Say happy birthday, David.
Hi, David. This David Bowie here?
No. He's inside.
Well, what the hell is he doing inside? We singing outside.
See, it's the magic of television. They'll play it for him.
All right, good.
Okay, thanks for your help.
Tell Dowie I said I'll see him next year.
Yeah,
When
okay.
he gets 51.
I'll pass it on.
I'll try to make it my business to be here.
All right.
He's still got a funny haircut.
What was your best haircut ever?
My best haircut, this one.
You always say that.
No, I'm supposed to. This one needs product. I have to put product on this one, otherwise I look like a drowned rat. That's all that's going to come out of this program.
Workshop, yeah.
Is what's his product?
We must discuss product.
What's his product and how big's his spiritual organ?
What's the product? Spray, gel? Spray, aerosol. No CFCs, though. Ozone-friendly spray. Yeah, exactly. But it has to be aerosol, you know. Just get it without the CFCs.
It's the greatest art form of the 20th century.
Ziggy played guitar.